Come on, Sack, let's go. Let's go this way, come on. This way, this way. What do you think, guys? Hope you're having a good one. Me and old Saku boy are making our way through some, we're doing some bushwhacking, and we're going over some marshes and through some blowdown, and we're heading in about 7 kilometers now to the start of a water system, the headwaters of some interconnecting ponds and streams in between. We're heading in for about 5 days to fish and relax, so come along for the ride. We're happy to have you with us. Hey Zach, let's go buddy, come on this way. What a beautiful view from here. We're looking straight across at a decent peak there called Hodges Hills, just in behind Grand Falls, Windsor, Newfoundland. Yeah, nice tucked away pond in here, and this is the start of a bunch of ponds, as I was saying. They trickle on down a system that we're going to follow over the next couple days. Hey Sack, but right now that was a hard plug in, had a decent bit of weight in my pack, so I'm feeling it now. So was Sack, he had a full pack too, so I got the fire going now to smoke out a few of the flies, and gonna have a cup of coffee. Haven't had a coffee yet today, imagine that. Now left the house this morning and Heather went to work and she drove me in, so it was a bit of a rush there. So I am itching for a nice coffee, sit back and take a breather. Then I'm gonna go check out the pond later on and see what kind of fish we can pluck out of it. That's the plan. So the flies are pretty maggoty out here now today. What do you expect, you know? End of June. A lot of mosquitoes especially. But I'm sitting right next to this smoky fire, no more than 2 feet away, and I'm not bothered too bad. So that's one tactic. On the way in I put on some 98% DEET as well, just down my forehead and my cheeks, and my backs of my hands, whatever flesh was available for him. Saku's gone in the tent there now, so that's what I do, you know, on all these trips when the flies get bad, you know. I put him in there so he doesn't get eat up too badly, and he doesn't mind, do you, Sack? Just chilling, eh? We had a pretty big haul coming in. We went over marsh for quite a ways, and we did some bushwhacking, and then last going off as we came up to some more elevated areas, we were going over a pile of blowdown. So it was a good variety, right? Kept us guessing. But yeah, just chilling and living the wonderful outdoor life here. I'm just throwing a few more somewhat damp twigs here, or sticks, on this fire. It's been wet in my part of the world for the last several days, really. Rain off and on, so everything's pretty damp. The ground's damp. A lot of this wood that's lying around is damp, but it's good for smoking out the flies. Coming in, I also actually had 2 layers on, so I got a merino wool under layer, this mech hood I've been wearing lately, and then I got a synthetic North Face layer over the top. And there's nothing overly strategic about doing that. I just want to have the wool on the inside. But having these double layers made it a lot more difficult for the flies to bite me. They got to bite through 2 layers instead of 1. So this outer, actually both the shirts are pretty loose. So that's going to decrease the chances that I'll get fly bites. But the fallout was that I sweat like a pig coming in. Oh man, I sweat hard. But the double layers was definitely worth it to prevent the flies from biting. Like, I got a bug jacket that I don't have with me. I don't like wearing it. I've said this before, I hate them. I hate the mesh in your face. I hate everything about them, and I'll never wear them. I've seen the thickest of flies I think I'll ever see when I was in Labrador last year, and I didn't wear it then. I had it with me. I wore it for all of an hour or 2 the entire trip, I'd say. So a couple layers works for me, and this hood up around my head with this done up, or in my pocket there I got a balaclava. I pull that over sometimes as well as a double layer up top, so I'll have the hood and the balaclava underneath. But there's certainly lots of ways to beat the flies and get out and enjoy you know, the beautiful woods and waters in the summer, in the middle of bug season, if you really want to bad enough. But coming in, they're at me, and I just try to put it out of my mind and keep going. But every now and then, geez, you know, you want to give them a whack, right? Because I was swarmed by clouds coming across some of the marshes, and but that's it. I love it. It's not going to turn me away from this, and I hope it doesn't turn you away either. So another little sit back here, second cup of coffee, and oh, I'm in no rush at all. I just had a snack of crackers and cheese and some pepperoni sticks or whatever, so
I'm satisfied for now. I probably won't eat now until supper this evening, and hopefully that's a feed of trout.
Got one on. Got one on. Hold on, Zach. Hold on. Saku. Saku, you gotta sit, Zach. Whoa, Saku, you gotta sit down, buddy. You gotta sit down, bud. Oh, Zach. Zach. It's getting a bit... we got a nice brookie there. Look at that one. It's a nice fish, but Zach, you gotta relax. It's a tight squeeze these days with Saku and Raft. I'm trying him out. But he almost just jumped out of the raft. Well, he tried to get up and turn around when I caught the fish. Zach, you gotta relax, bud. You gotta relax. Yeah. That's a challenge. Sit down, bud. Here. Sit down. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay. See the fish? It's a nice fish, eh? Isn't it, Zach? Nice fish, buddy. Yeah, it's a nice little brookie. About my third cast. And, I'll take it. What a tangle in here. My hook's into my tackle bag. And everything is just snarled up. We're making it work though, Zach. We got one for the pan, buddy. Saku's been getting strange about fishing lately. Like, he just really freaks out. This is only something that's been happening this year, and he's just making noises. He's whining the whole time. Once I cast, I think he just wants to go after the hook. You know, he thinks it's a game. It's not a game, Zach. You know this by now. But that's it. He's a dog, and he's still a young dog. Zach, you're almost 3 years old, but you're still young. And I don't know. Gonna have to be careful though. And we'll see how Saku goes. That's okay, Zach. That's better now. I gotta get a worm on my hook now. I could fish from shore, but it's not so fun. You can't cover near as much ground. So that's why this is why we are out in the raft, aren't we, Saku boy? Hey, you gonna be a good boy? Hey, the good boy. Hey, that's okay. Fish is not gonna hurt us. All right, let's try for another one. Got another one. Not too big, but I think it'll be a keeper though. Watch out, Sack. Stay, Sack. Stay. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Oh, yeah. It's another nice fish, about the same size as the last one, Sack. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Shh. You're gonna enjoy this fish later, Sack. Shh. It's gonna be good supper. It's gonna be good food later. Okay? Hey? It's gonna be good food later, this fish will be. Okay, buddy? There you go, see? It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay. Atta boy. Stay still. Stay, Sack. Stay. Good boy. Okay, where's my fish bag too, Sack? Oh, up here. Right on. Okay. Perfect. Number 2. Let's try for number 3, Sack. Ate a fly. Ate a fly. Ate a fly. Okay, Sack, hold on. We got number 3. We got a meal for one of us. Another nice little mud trout. Brook trout. Speckled trout. But here on the rock, we like to call them mud trout, and they're dandy. Look at them. Look at that. Beautiful fish. It's gonna be good eating. It's gonna be good eating, Sacky boy. So you're getting better now, hey, aren't you? You're getting more used to it, aren't you, bud? And I just lost number 3 overboard. All the commotion going on here. Saku went one way, fish slipped out of my hand, and he was gone off the tube and out. That's it. Live and learn. Trying to deal with this commotion here. Hey, Saki. All right, Sack, that's enough, okay? We can't lose more fish like that. Holy, lipped him, buddy. We're gonna get him back now, Sack. We're gonna get him back. Good little spot over here where I am now. I can see our campsite up on the hill. And a couple nice trout. I'd say there's a big one in here too. Just gotta keep trying. See what I mean? This is Saku. Anyone else have a dog who's like this when you fish? I mean, he's not jumping out of the raft, but he's... Oh, bite. We're gonna get another one now. Got one. Watch out, Zach, watch out. Yeah, that'll replace the one we just lost. Not so big, but just big enough. That one's going in the bag in a hurry. Don't want to lose him. Another one. This is a nice one. Holy man, what a job trying to get a fish in this raft. No, he's almost like the one we lost. We'll take him though. I want enough for a feed tonight for me and old Sacky boy. Hey, Sack. That's what we came out for. He's not bad. I don't know, what is he? 7 inches maybe? 6 inches? That's it. That's the cutoff there for keeping it. But I'll be keeping him. Number 5. Or number 4. What is it? Can't remember now. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, should be number 5. But one went overboard. All right. Couple more now. You know, 6 or 7 will be a meal for us both. Even 8. You know, I think Zach, 8 would be nice. But I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last out here with Saku. It's a bit of a tangle. I'd almost like to do a bit of fishing from shore somewhere. Hey, bud? We'll see. Jigged him right by the raft. Number 5, and he's on the keeper line for supper tonight. Number 6 is coming. Number 6 is coming. All right, Saku, stay, buddy. They're all around the same. The first one was the biggest. I don't know if he was close on 10 inches. 9 maybe. But this one here is like 7 or 8. But nice little pan trout. Gonna get them all done up with a bit of flour and a bit of oil and fry them up. Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. Hey, Zach, it's gonna be good stuff, buddy. I haven't left this little area. It's a bit of a hot spot over here. I was gonna go over and fish off a little island there, but why leave here right now when it's like this? The big one could be coming. Oh, my rod collapsed. Watch out, watch out. Oh, Jesus, Zach. Jesus, sit down, Zach. Stay, holy jumpins'. Holy jump, Zach. Oh. Oh, man. All right, Zach, you cannot move. Stay. Okay. That's it. It's time to go in now, Zach. Look for Zach's too. I gotta know how the raft didn't tip over. Just got a nice fat trout. That one was. Okay. Stay. All right, Zach. Let's switch you around. Come here. Good boy. Holy Lipton. Come on. Over around. Good boy. Oh. Holy jumping, Zach. Line's all tangled up. Anyways, I think I got 7 fish now. That's enough for supper. It's coming up on 7 o'clock. I think I'm gonna head in at once. What do you think, Zach? You alright or what, bud? Hold on, stay. Hold on, Sack. Go on. Whoa! Sketchy. Back to shore. Back to shore. Get those fish cleaned up now. Not bad, Sack. That was our first. I think we were out in the raft one time last year, me and Saku, for just an hour. That was the longest shift we had net since crossing Newfoundland back in 2017. Saku's after getting a big boy. Space is limited these days.
Good morning, guys. What are you at? What are you at this morning? What are we at this morning, Sack? Well, we're waiting for our second round of fish, aren't we, bud? Hey? Hold on. Yeah, we already had our first pan of fish. We're on to our second one now. Pan's on fire. Grease fire. In the first round, I had a few, and Saku only had a nibble, but you're gonna get a lot this round, aren't you, bud? I gave Saku his kibble for breakfast, while I ate most of round one of the fish. And like I said, I'm gonna hook Saku up now with a bunch in round two, aren't they, bud? But what time is it now? It's just before 8 a.m. We've been up for a little while now. Oh, sit down, Sack. Good boy. Yeah, we've been on the go for a bit. Actually, this is the first trout feed we're having here now. Didn't eat any last night. Basically, I came in and, I don't know if it was just after 7:30ish, somewhere around there, and I cleaned the fish, and I took a little lie down there for an hour and a half. Had a little nod, little nappy, and it was nice. I got up and I felt like $1,000,000. But I didn't really want to mess around with cooking fish then, 9:30 last night. So I just had a bit of trail mix and some dried fruit I had in there. And that was it. We relaxed. And watched it was an unreal sunset. On the horizon there, on the back of Hodges Hills, and beautiful. We've seen a moose walk across the pond there, as you've seen. I got a good shot of that, and it was wicked. So either way, I saved the fish for this morning, and they were delicious. The first round. Hey, Sack, now it's time for round two. And we got, what did I do here? All in all, when we came in last night, they're almost done now. When we came in, I actually had another flick from shore there, and got 2 more fish. So I ended up at like 10 trout. So the first round I cooked 3. I had 2.5. I gave Saku half the fish, and now we got 4. So there's still 3 more left in the bag over there. Probably have those for lunch today. What I've been doing is just wrapping them up in the bag and putting them underneath the moss here. And the moss and stuff is kind of moist, where it's been damp lately. And it's sheltered from the sun, so that'll keep the fish cool and fresh, rather than laying them out in the open and they'd spoil. So, yeah. But right now I got 4 more on, and there'll be a couple for old Sack and a couple for me. And yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Let them cool off now. They're done. I'm gonna put the kettle on. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna eat these now, and eventually go out and do some more fishing later on this morning and this afternoon, and kick back, get a bit of wood on the go, just a small mound. I'm gonna stay here again this evening, and tomorrow morning we'll get up and then we'll start following from this lake. We'll go on down through the system. Like I said yesterday, like there's ponds, and then there's little connecting streams, and then another pond, and it kind of takes that pattern, and eventually it'll get us back to where we started the trip. But so we'll leave tomorrow morning and take our time and make another campsite somewhere else tomorrow night. And God knows, I'm just kind of winging it in here with this trip. I didn't have no plans. Really, I mean, there was no scripted plan other than come in and follow the system, but with regards to, you know, where my campsites would be, I have no idea. It's just going with the flow here, right? Just outdoors for, you know, in this beautiful country here in central Newfoundland, and I'm going to take the 5 days and explore the area. So, going to eat these fish, and we'll catch up with you in a bit. That is where it's at, you know. Fresh mud trout, buddy. You can't beat it. Nice and pink. Yeah, nice and pink. Look at that. Woo! Real tasty, nice and sweet. All I put on them was flour. I coated them in flour, and I got just some my old camp spice. You know what it is, a bit of everything mixed together. Time for your resistant attack. All right, bud. Saku, sit down. Or lie down, whatever you want. Go on. Out of a white. Not bad, what? A good boy. Getting your trout in you, hey. Good boy. Some boy. Some boy, hey. Yeah. Alright, buddy. Time to get a bit of coffee now. Just caught a glimpse of our second moose so far of the trip. He was pretty sneaky too. He must have been down having a drink just off a point there out in the pond. And I heard a rustling as he was leaving to go back over land. And my camera's over on the tripod, so I got up and ran over to get it. And by the time I done that, I just caught a glimpse of him, but he had ran on off into the hidden behind a bunch of trees right in front of our camp. Now there's a big wall of trees that blocks another piece of land, so I couldn't see him no more. But he came on up, and yeah, lots of signs so far. It's wicked. Sat back. I was just here, you know, working on a couple of projects, little things I'm at, and because I like to come out here now, I'm disconnected. I got no cell service, barely, not enough to do anything, and no distractions. So I like to sit back and to see that. That was nice, right in front of camp. Saku didn't even notice him come in. Yeah, what a way to spend the morning.
Just kidding, boys. I need this camera back. I'm gonna do without it. Alright, it's just coming up on mid-afternoon now. About 2 o'clock. And we're headed down to the pond to go out for a paddle and try to catch a few fish, which I think we should, to go along with the 2 we already got for supper. And those are the ones left over from last night. But what a dandy day. It is a beauty out. It's pushing 20 degrees now, and beautiful day. We're up in the tent just hanging out. I was doing a few things there, but I've made a couple trips down to let Saku cool off. He was getting warm up there. I came down and got a few drinks of water, and I boiled a kettle and had another coffee, and he's out there now digging. He's always digging for something underwater, rocks or sticks, or I don't think he knows what he's digging for. What's wrong, Sack? What is it? Come on now, we're gonna go out on the raft. Good boy, Sack. Atta boy. You're something, boy, Sacky boy. You have a little one here, Sack. I don't think it's gonna be a keeper. Oh. Oh yeah. That's a keeper. Nice. About my 3rd cast out here on this little rock, little island. It's no bigger, 4 or 5 times the size of the raft now is all it is. So I pull the raft up and Saku's getting excited. See what I mean? You hear him? He wants to get out there and get that spinner or that fish or whatever it might be, you know. I think it's the instinct in him to want to retrieve. It's good that he doesn't chase after the spinner, but it can be, it can get on your nerves after a while when he's kind of screeching in here by shore. But that's it. He enjoys it, so I just put it out of my mind, you know, the best I can. Anyways, it's a nice little brookie. Beautiful. We get another one. Again, not a big size, but I think it's that. It's a fat trout, though. It's a fat trout. Come here, Sack. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Look. It's a nice size. We want a good feed again tonight, and even tomorrow morning. Eat lots of healthy, fresh trout out here. So again, I'm going to keep this one, but nice trout, mud trout, beautiful. So the norm so far for this pond, other than I got one last night, was just on 10 inches. The rest have been 7, 8 pan-sized trout, good eating trout. Every one of those I had this morning were blood red that I ate for breakfast. But I'd like to get a big one now. I don't think I got 2 of those there. We got 2 up at the tent. I'm not going to keep one for a while now unless it's a nice fat trout. So, what do you think, Sack? Come here. You alright? It's okay. Listen, the spinner's not going to do nothing to you. You can't get it. You know that. Okay? Just hang out. It's all going to be good. Okay? You want to chase something, don't you? Don't you? Look at him. He even shakes a little bit. Like, he really doesn't know what's going on. He can't understand that, you know, nothing's going to happen when I cast out the line. He can't go after it, and I mean, he's seen me reel in enough fish and do this enough that he should understand that he just hangs out. But I don't know. He gets excited. Maybe it's the thought of supper. I don't know. Maybe he knows it's food. Or But again, it's just that retrieving instinct to want to go after it, and you can't. Anyways, we can keep fishing. Hey, Zach, good boy. I don't mind, bud. I don't mind. And I'm going to put this one back. Another nice mud trout. Go on, buddy. Hands up. One jumped over here, Zach. One jump right behind us. They're jumping everywhere. That's a nice one, Saku. That's a nice one. That's the biggest one yet today, Sack. So I'm just putting on another worm now. I got a few fish hauled in here on the island. And just looking for a big one. The next one I keep is going to have to be a big one. The spinner I'm using here, which has been doing good for me yesterday and today, is this orange, and it's called Dasa spinner. And these are made locally here in Newfoundland, actually in Grand Falls, Windsor, where I'm living, by a fella. And I'll put his page link in the description of this video, and you can go over to get yourself some spinners. He makes them up handmade, and they work great. He got all kinds. So Sean is his name, so thanks Sean for the spinners. They're working well, and I'm sure I'm not the first one to say that. So time for another flick. This flick's for you, Sean. While I'm in the middle of thanking people, there's a young fella who watches my channel. Saku, you gotta relax. There's a young fella who watches my channel. His name is Josh Murray. He lives up the road from me in Grand Falls, Windsor, and I seen him and his father on the road a couple weeks ago, and I said I told him I'd give him a shout out in the video. So, hey Josh, hope you're watching this one, you and your father, Shannon. So keep her going, guys. You'd love to be out here today, I tell you that. It's a beauty. We're going to go on now and check out the stream that connects this pond to the next one and see if we can find some bigger fish. Alright, Sack. Onward to the next fishing hole, bud. Swim? You're going to swim, aren't you? Come on, Sack. I'm not going to leave you, bud. Atta boy, good boy. Let's go. Come on, Zach. You got to be in the lead, eh? He has to be leading. All right, that's our little pond. Raft's going to stay there. Me and Saku, we're going to march our way over land, try to see where this next pond is too. The little stream that was connecting our pond to this next one wasn't very big. Definitely wasn't getting a raft down it. So that's why we're hiking. But I think I'm going in the right way. I don't got a map or nothing with me. I did check earlier though. I have some, I have the Can Topo, I think it's called, Maps app on my phone. So I was looking at that. I think it's called Canada Maps. Anyways, whatever. If I remember, I'll put a link of it down below or something. Their app page. But I was looking at that earlier, and it said that we were close by. And I can see that next pond right now. Actually, it's just over this ridge, straight ahead. here we go. I actually took the raft out at the wrong area. I went in the wrong inlet. I should have went to this one up here. And I came from back there. Anyways, that's it. It's not a long walk. But this pond is right long and skinny. And it goes on to the next one and next one. And either way, lovely. Lovely. What a spot in here. I'm gonna have a flick down there now somewhere. I'm gonna try up here where our pond runs out actually, into this one. Following the game trail now. Perfect path, right on the side. Wicked. Look at that, just beat down. Beat to a snot. Alright, so we gave it a little bit here at this pond. A few dozen flicks for sure, nothing. It's pretty shallow actually. So back to the raft it is. Warm, bud? Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go, buddy. Cool you off. What do you think, Zach? It's a beautiful day, isn't it, buddy? Absolutely gorgeous. Quiet, peaceful in here. Oh man. I'm gonna take a moment here now, Saku boy, and we're just gonna relax. Out in the middle of the pond. Nice and cool with that breeze. Oh, that's awesome. Good boy, Sack. Hey. So it's 5:30 now, and I'm getting a bit hungry. I didn't really had a few strips of bacon there for lunch on some crackers with a bit of cheese. I'm starting to get hungry. We got a few fish, a couple more back at camp. So, might try to get a couple more fish and then we'll head back in. And it'll be enough for a good, delicious meal. Me and the old boy there. But first, I'm just going to kick back and relax. Drift around here, hey Sack? Drifty, drifty poo. I'm the old lakey dude. Can't beat her. Can't beat her, buddy. Just making our way back, and I hooked. I'd say it rivals the biggest one so far. The biggest, the one I caught last night, the biggest one was about the size of this. So it's a dandy. Hooked that. Saku freaked out a little bit, but he didn't try to jump out of the raft, did you, bud? Good boy. And all the commotion, hook went right through my pants. Lucky it wasn't my leg or the raft. That's what happens when you're working in a tight space like this. I got lucky. I don't have to just cut that clean off now. The barb and everything's gone through it. Jeez. Stay still, Sack. Don't move. I got a knife in one hand, in the raft. I should go to shore and do this, but I'm not. I'm just going to cut this clean out here now. Big hole in my pant is going to be, but that's it. Stay, Sack. Stay there. Oh, jeez, what is going on? Trying to get this out. I'm telling you. There's a hole in the old Costco Classic cargo pants. The $20 Costco Classics. Something like that. But that's why I buy them, because I don't care about stuff like that. Little tear. Main thing, the hook is out, and we're back in business. One more fish, I think, would be good to go in. Hey, Sack, one more. Relax, bud. Relax. Got one. Looks nice. You know, in that range again, but a nice fish nonetheless. Watch him by the raft. What do you think, Sack? Is that our one? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's going to be number 7, I think. 7 or 8. But we needs it. So, you know, this is the raft's bread and butter right now. What we're doing, you know, this is a real isolated pond, and you know, I literally carried the boat in on my back, and now we're out in the middle of the pond catching fish. You know, it'd be a lot more difficult to walk around the shorelines and do it that way, and it'd be hard to get a canoe into this spot unless you had a boat or something stashed in here. You wouldn't really be able to do this. So, I mean, you gotta love the raft for these qualities to carry it in, and here we are, out in the pond, in our glee. Back home, buddy. Back home. So, charging up my phone there so I can keep using it as my GPS with the maps on it. But I'm using my Anchor solar panel, the one I've spoke about before in some of the gear videos. And in the tent here, I got my Gold Zero one, so I brought both of them with me. I haven't used the Anchor in a while, basically since the Newfoundland trip in 2017, so I wanted to kickstart it, make sure it was still good. But my Gold Zero one, which is a bit bigger, there's a loose connection here on this piece, and it only works if there's pressure put right here. Anyway, it's hard for me to explain. It's not working great, so I'm gonna have to return it, and because I've only had that not even a year. So that's what I got with me, though. I mean, I'd only normally take one solar panel, but I threw it in, a bit of extra weight, wasn't going to hurt me. I don't mind a heavy pack, just prepares me for longer trips and everything else. So I said I'd throw them both in, and the Anchor one still works fine. I had a GoPro battery at 0% earlier, and she charged it up 100% in like 2 hours in the sun. So Anchor, I don't know if it's 15 watt power port solar. I had this one in the video there a little while back, but anyhow, it's a good rig. It's doing the job.
give these a cleaning now for being all sacky boy, and then we'll go up and have feed, I would say. Coming up on 7 now. So we got, oh, that's a nice one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 2 up there. So 7 trout, right? 4 for me, 3 for Sack. Sorry, Sack, I'm a bit bigger than you, bud. Oh yeah, nice red trout again, deadly. I'm hungry just looking at it. Fire's up there crackling away. Saku chasing after the trout head. Get the trout head, Sack. Get the trout head. Oh, Sacky boy. Oh, he's a Sacky boy. We got some good eating here, old Sack. I'll tell you that, buddy. Good feeds to be had. That's what we're taking home. What's that, Sack? Get it. Get the stick. Get it. So that's those trout left over from last night. Well, 2 of them. One's from this afternoon, but they were in this bag all day long, sweltering heat, over 20 degrees for sure, and nice and cool because they were kept in the moss just over there behind my socks that are drying. Got a bit damp today, went over the boot a few times. But yeah, the moss works, and that's the beautiful sight this evening as we get geared up for supper. Feed a trout, eh, Sack? I don't have sidekicks at mine. Sidekicks and trout. Sack, you already had your kibble in you, man. Hey? What do you think about trout, bud? I got trout all over my hands now. You like it, don't you? Sack loves the trout. So earlier today I fried the trout. Right now I'm going to boil them and then get the bones out and give them a Sack. And I'm going to do the same with mine. Get the bones out, then I'm going to fry them up a little more with a bit of oil, and then that trout with pretty much no bones will go into my sidekicks, and it's going to be good. And that's my 4 trout right there, buddy. Fat and red. Look at that. Whew. Can't wait. What do you think, Sack? You hungry? Gotta wait for it to cool off, Sack. Hey? Don't want to burn the lips off yourself.
Saku got a nice bowl of trout there. Don't you, Sack? Hey, that's yours, bud. Get her in you in a minute when it cools off. Alright, I got all the bones out. That is a nice pan of trout. I'm going to fry it up for a bit more now. Once that fire chills out, I just threw a few sticks on there. A few fresh ones that were dry. I'm going to fry it up, and I'll put the sidekicks over top. It's going to be good. Whoops. Would you look at that, guys? What a feast I'm about to have here. That's enough for now. Zach, it's just me, buddy. Good job, though, protecting. Good boy.